Kourtney Kardashian breaks down after Scott Disick's new girlfriend meets their kids. The cameras are rolling, the world is watching, and behind the glitz and glamour, heartbreak quietly unfolds. Tonight we go inside one of the most tense moments in reality TV history. Kourtney Kardashian, the matriarch of one of the most famous families in the world, has been pushed to her breaking point. Stay with us as we unravel the drama, the emotional fallout, and the storm brewing behind the doors of the Kardashian household. Why? Scott Disick, the father of her children, introduced a new girlfriend to Mason and Penelope, without warning, without discussion, and despite co-parenting agreements. The result? Tears, frustration, and a mother's heartbreak captured on camera for millions to witness. Kourtney cries. It was a quiet day at home when Kourtney received the news. Scott Disick had introduced his new girlfriend to Mason and Penelope. But the worst part? He didn't tell her first. Friends described the moment as a crushing blow. Kourtney, protective of her children and their emotional well-being, felt blindsided. "What's wrong? Are you okay?" whispered those around her. But even in their concern, her tears could not be contained. She explained, voice shaking, that this introduction violated agreements made during co-parenting therapy. They had discussed waiting, carefully navigating the timing for their children. Yet suddenly, those plans were ignored. The scene was tense, raw, and revealing. A mother's heartbreak, compounded by frustration. A father's attempt at honesty colliding with a mother's need for respect. And the kids, unaware, yet right at the center of a storm that had been brewing behind closed doors. Co-parenting tensions. Rules broken. Kourtney and Scott have long been committed to co-parenting with boundaries. Therapy sessions were designed to establish rules, agreements meant to protect their children from unnecessary confusion and emotional stress. But the rules were clear. Any new romantic introductions should wait. Yet Scott, perhaps thinking he was doing the right thing, moved ahead. And for Kourtney, it wasn't about controlling Scott. It was about keeping consistency and safety for their children. Friends close to the family described the moment as a principle fight. It wasn't personal, it wasn't malicious. It was about boundaries. And yet, in the Hollywood glare, every disagreement becomes amplified. Every misstep becomes public. Kourtney, in tears, expressed a simple, human frustration. Why can't it be mutual? Why isn't it the same for both of us? A question that cuts to the core of parenting, love, and fairness. Holiday strain, family events turn awkward. The tension didn't start with the new year. It had been simmering for weeks. Kourtney's recent holiday celebrations highlighted the underlying stress. Christmas Eve, usually a time for family unity, turned awkward when both Scott and his ex's new acquaintances were in the same room. The delicate dance of holiday gatherings became a minefield, where every glance, every conversation, and every introduction carried weight. Observers noted Kourtney's careful navigation. She wanted harmony, yet the presence of unfamiliar faces unsettled the children. And Scott, trying to balance his own happiness with co-parenting responsibilities, inadvertently added fuel to the emotional fire. Even the smallest moments, like discussing gifts, necklaces, or family photos, revealed fractures in communication. A regifted necklace became a symbol of tension, a reflection of underlying feelings left unspoken. Therapy, attempting to find common ground. Therapy sessions between Kourtney and Scott reveal the raw complexity of their relationship. They discuss expectations, emotional triggers, and most importantly, the well-being of their children. Kourtney admits it's difficult. Every misstep feels amplified. Every broken agreement feels personal. And yet, even in these moments of confrontation, there's an effort at understanding. Scott apologizes, explains his intentions, and emphasizes honesty with the kids as his priority. But for Kourtney, the conversation is more than an apology. It's about patterns. The repeated disregard for agreed-upon rules creates tension. And while Scott tries to convey love and transparency, Kourtney struggles with the emotional reality of sudden changes in their children's lives. This is the delicate balance of co-parenting under the public eye. Emotions are raw, intentions are questioned, and the stakes are high. The emotional weight on kids for Mason and Penelope, the introduction of a new parental figure is confusing, even unsettling. They are children navigating a world already complicated by fame, cameras, and schedules. Kourtney's reaction is not just about personal boundaries, it's about shielding her children. Experts on child psychology stress the importance of gradual introductions, consistency, and communication in blended family dynamic. Kourtney's insistence on proper timing is grounded in concern for their emotional stability. Yet in the world of reality TV, private struggles become public spectacle. Every tear, every sigh, every moment of frustration is captured, dissected, and broadcast for millions to witness. And the children, despite their resilience, are placed in the middle of a parental tug-of-war. Scott's perspective: intentions versus perception. Scott Disick, often portrayed in media as flamboyant and carefree, shows another side in these moments, vulnerable and trying to navigate parental responsibility. He expresses that his intentions were honest, that he wanted the children to meet someone important in his life. He emphasizes transparency, not disruption. Yet perception is everything. For Kourtney, the timing and lack of communication feel like a breach of trust. This is the paradox of celebrity co-parenting. The desire for personal happiness collides with the responsibility to uphold family stability. Even the most well-intentioned actions can ignite conflict when lives are lived under scrutiny. The hard reality of control and expectation. Kourtney admits to expecting a lot, not from Scott personally, but from the system they've created for their children. Rules are in place to maintain consistency and fairness. And when those rules are broken, it's more than a disappointment, it's an emotional upheaval. Therapists note that perfection is impossible. Emotions fluctuate, children's reactions vary, and adults must adapt. Yet in the high-stakes environment of Hollywood, expectations are magnified. Kourtney's insistence on order is not control, it's protection. And her struggle reflects the universal challenge of parenting, balancing love, discipline, and empathy. Private moments become public drama. In traditional families, these moments might remain private. But for the Kardashians, privacy is a luxury. Every conversation, every disagreement, every emotional breakdown is captured by cameras, edited, and broadcast. The stakes are high. Public perception, social media scrutiny, and personal reputation intertwine with parental responsibility. Kourtney's tears, Scott's apologies, and the children's confusion are not just private experiences. They are narratives consumed by millions. Even therapy sessions, meant for resolution and healing, are shaped into content. Every sigh and expression becomes a story, every word dissected. The result, a family's emotional life, is transformed into a public spectacle. Moving forward, navigating change. Despite the tension, there is progress. Scott apologizes, acknowledges mistakes, and emphasizes transparency. Kourtney, though still frustrated, shows resilience. Their therapy sessions continue, with both parents striving to prioritize their children's well-being above personal conflict. Observers note that these moments of difficulty are also opportunities for growth. Communication improves, understanding deepens, and slowly, the family adjusts to new dynamics. Yet the road is far from smooth. Emotional setbacks, misunderstandings, and the pressures of fame remain constant companions. For Kourtney, the challenge is balancing her role as a mother with her identity as a public figure. For Scott, it's reconciling personal happiness with co-parenting responsibility. And for the children, it's learning to navigate love, change, and attention in a world unlike any other. The universal struggle behind the glamour. What makes this story compelling is its universality. Beyond the cameras, beyond the fame, Kourtney's heartbreak and Scott's challenges are human. Parents everywhere understand the difficulty of introducing new partners, balancing fairness, and protecting children from emotional turmoil. Hollywood may amplify the drama, but the underlying themes resonate: communication, empathy, respect, and love. The Kardashians' experiences, while public, mirror struggles faced by countless families worldwide. As Kourtney and Scott continue their journey, the world watches. Will boundaries be respected in the future? Will the children adjust to new relationships? Can love, compromise, and understanding triumph over hurt feelings and misunderstandings? In Hollywood, the story never truly ends. If this video amazed you, make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the bell button to stay updated on the latest emotional stories, and watch our previous video, Ariana Grande is Done, with Ethan Slater, Justin Bieber caught flirting, Northwest begs Kim to stop.